It's a hard question to answer. I think that there's lots of different elements. I don't believe that the stats are as accurate as they probably seem. For example, I believe that before, the Industrial Revolution, for example, we had sleep problems. I believe we did. It's just that I believe we're recording things now more. So there's that aspect of it. There is this aspect of we over worry about things. And, at the end of the day, while lots of people out there keep telling us that actually, if you sleep less than 6 hours, you will die early. But actually, we're not actually seeing
Someone
that.
asked me that.
It's really difficult to understand. I think, electricity has a big part to play. So again, I talked a little bit briefly at the beginning about the light dark cycles of this planet and the way that we are designed, or not designed, but, we're built on this planet. We seem to have evolved that way. And so we definitely do need to be, in general, not working and resting more at night. And we work better. Our metabolisms, our brains function. We're more rational during the day. And so with electricity has become many problems. I definitely think the scaremongering and the fear and the tracking of sleep has definitely caused, in the last few years, a boom in sleep problems, or at least how many people are coming to us for help. And you can learn to, that's what we call lucid dreaming. So you can learn to lucid dream. The problem is it's probably not very good for your sleep in general. So effectively, when we remember our dreams, it's because we have been woken out of REM sleep. So REM is actually a very active stage of sleep. It's not your deep sleep. It's actually quite a light stage of sleep. Some might argue that's even a different state of consciousness than not sleep at all. So REM is a really strange time. It's when we believe that more of our memory and our psychological restoration is happening, and consolidation and things like that. And part of REM, we tend to have more graphic dreams, but it's you being interrupted from that state, which you may not remember in the night. It could just be a van driving past in your REM sleep, and it wakes you into a lighter stage of sleep, like stage 1 or 2 sleep. And so in the morning you think, oh my God, I really remember my dreams. Or maybe your alarm woke you up in the middle of REM sleep and you're like, oh my God, I can really remember my dreams. As opposed to the times when you're like, I didn't dream at all last night. Well, of course you did dream. It's just that your REM wasn't interrupted. So that's why you're remembering your dreams. When we try to control our dreams, usually you have to kind of control that interruption a bit. And so I haven't looked into it properly in terms of lucid dreaming, because it doesn't really help me do my job. I don't really want people to learn to lucid dream, because then, one, they're going to be remembering their dreams more. And if they're remembering their dreams more, then their sleep is more interrupted, and that's not good for your sleep. We want you to go through the cycles of sleep as comfortably as we can, and so that you get all the right percentages and all the right restoration and healing and everything that you need from your sleep. It's an interesting concept. I don't think it's very helpful to healthy sleep. But every now and again, especially kids, I find when I'm talking to children, they seem to be able to control their dreams a little bit better, like flying, for example. They concentrate more on it. That's why. So they have more time and they concentrate on it, which is quite a fun thing. Maybe we should all be doing more of that daydreaming and stuff. It's actually really good for problem solving. It's fascinating. And there's a lot of famous people. I think Einstein, though, I don't know if I'm right about this, but Einstein and various other geniuses would do things like hold a egg or a spoon or something, so that if and when they fell asleep, that spoon would drop, and then they would wake up because they felt they had all their best ideas. I can see you looking at me and thinking about doing this to get better ideas.
Spoon tonight and dropping it off my bed.
But it's not very good for sleep to keep interrupting it like that. So you can, yes, you've got the power to manipulate sleep however you want, but at the end of the day, if the goal here is to keep you alive for longer and to feel refreshed in the day and to have your best ideas consistently and to be healthy consistently, then you probably want to do sleep right the way it was designed. The main issue is, especially in medicine, and I've just done a piece of research that shows that undergraduate medical degrees only teach a median of an hour and a half of sleep. So this is why this next thing happens a lot, because they just don't have the education. So our own doctors do not have enough education in something that we do a third of our lives. I would love it if people came away from this podcast and gave their sleep a little bit of a break. And in the same with the same idea, I'm sure there'll be people out there thinking, yes, but when I wake up tonight in the middle of the night, what do I do about it? So I guess this is one thing we haven't covered. To understand that if you are waking up in the middle of the night and it's been happening to you over and over again, this has become a habit. And therefore, to resolve the habit, you're going to have to do something consistently. You're not going to be able to solve it in one night. It's just not going to happen. However, if you're waking up and you're getting stressed and anxious, do not lie in bed. It's not going to help you. You've got a different problem now. You've made yourself anxious and stressed and you need to alleviate it. Leave the bedroom. Go and enjoy yourself. It is not going to wake you up. You are already awake. Your sleep drive clearly isn't there to take you back to sleep. So go do something else. Make sure you get up in the morning. Do not lie in. Go and have the epic day. Enjoy yourself. Go and see your friends or talk to them over Zoom or go and do some exercise. Get outside. Get some light exposure. Be happy and content in your life, focus on other things and go to bed when you're really, really sleepy. And when it happens again the next night, do the same thing. And I promise you, eventually you will be able to get out of it. But if you lie there and you get anxious and stressed and you try and force yourself to sleep, you already know this doesn't work. You're trying it over and over again. So don't do it. So that's the thing that I would say. I hope that when people listen to this, they come away and they're like, do you know what? I'm not as worried as I was about my sleep. I'm actually going to chill out and I'm going to be all right about it. But if I do want to improve the quality, I've listened to what she said. There's some key things there. I'm going to try do those few things. But it's about the little things. So it's not about doing 20 different things. It is just about literally get up at the same time every morning. Stop overcompensating. Stop diluting your sleep opportunity when you don't get good sleep. Make it smaller. Build that sleepiness. It's actually good for you. Don't freak out. Nothing bad's going to happen.